y'all like we got to another DC TV talk with Titans. Oh no, not Titans. Young Justice Outsiders, season 3, episode 18. Early warning. This episode pretty much we're finding out that the team of the Outsiders is doing pretty damn well. I mean, for the past 2 weeks they've been trending like #1 on Twitter. So like they got the buzz, they got people talking about it. They hitting they hit multiple cities, like taking people down, and like it's a team of people who are more accessible. The team of people who don't mind being in the spotlight. And since the league can't do a lot of things, and have like certain limits that they have, and we get to see those limits in this episode. They are the Outsiders are more, I ain't gonna say more useful, but more willing to do certain things, or to step over certain lines, and to just do whatever they feel. Well, to do what they feel the need to be done without like anybody looking over them or telling them they can't come in this country and save people. You know what I'm saying? They don't take those orders. And so we get that situation where there's a crisis going on in Cuba with Clarion. You've seen the episode. the guy, the wizard, and Zatanna knows like, hey, they're good, but like they have nobody who's inept to like take care of somebody with magic. So she goes to help, and Clarion is making metahumans like just by himself. So I kind of wonder, like, that just seemed not only convenient, but like it's like, damn, he got the power to just make metahumans. Why do we need all these other things? Just hire this dude. You know, so you can make many metahumans as you want. Not only is he making them, he's mixing them together to make one big giant blob that he controls, because he also put a spell on them. And that's pretty much what happens. They have to go take him down, and like with the help of a Zatanna, and he gets trapped in like the Tower of Fate, which he knows, like, yo, he's strong with magic, you know what I'm saying? But Fate is another level, you know what I'm saying? So even though Dr. Fate's kind of a dick, I always thought Dr. Fate was kind of a dick, but either way it go, they win, and like they get more, like, even though the people of Cuba, like the army, I can say the army, the general or whoever it was like, hey, we don't want you guys here. We don't want any leaguers. They're like, we're not leaguers. We're outsiders. Like, we just saved somebody. Even though they just saved one of the soldiers' kids, didn't matter. They still would call it reinforcements, like the fight. So it's crazy. They were about to kill, I'm gonna call it the monster for the sake of the review. The monster that they had all the kids inside of. They were gonna kill it, not even knowing they were gonna be killing kids. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure, since they were the only people there, they were gonna say, hey, the kids got caught up in like crossfire, and it limits, since the Outsiders are there, that limits things like that happen, limit casualties. You know, so they're more about rescuing people than killing, because that's pretty much what the army was there to do. We also have stuff going on with Violet, and what's the name? I think Helga told her, like, hey, every time you use your Violet aura, like your cells are deteriorating, and like it's caused, like, now you're dying, like you'll be dead in a few months. But they're like, hey, we don't want to just necessarily tell everybody about that right now. And Violet goes off, like, I guess she's like to relieve herself, so she goes off with Harper, who ends up having, I guess they got drunk. I'm gonna say they got drunk and they just kissed each other. It's not weird, I guess. It just seemed like the kiss was really, really unexpected, and I didn't see it coming. So, you know what I'm saying, that was all cool. And now, what's the name actually wants to join the league. I can't think of his name, but I think he's Hispanic, and he's a part of like the Meta Center, and like he wants to like show them that, like, hey, he wants to set an example for them, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like the kids who came back, that Beast Boy brought back from, and the squad brought back from, well, the Outsiders brought back from Cuba, they're going to stay there for a while and get themselves together, because I can't imagine. I think we've seen it before, but it's just, I think this episode, I think it hit a little more when, like, you just see like these kids' lives have just changed, like, bam. One thing that was corny to me was like them starting the chant, like, Uh, the "We're All Outside" chant or something like. I've never seen nobody just start a chant out of nowhere, especially with like only like 12 people. Though, it's like it just felt awkward as fuck. Like so, what? Overall, it was a good episode. It just more or less focusing on how they're becoming, well, how the outsiders operate, but it also lets you know, like, since they started trending worldwide, they were no longer just number one trend in like America. They were like trending worldwide, the number one trend in the world, and so. What's her name says? Whirlwind says, "Hey, you guys are bigger than the Justice League," which means, granted, they're not as good as the Justice League, but now they have a bigger target on their back. And so, if the league have trouble, when people have targets on them, how are the outsiders going to react to having this big ass target put on them? And people honestly, and that they're out in the open, so it's like, and people know who they are, so their lives just became that much more dangerous. And I think we're gonna get to see like how they're gonna have to react to that happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, overall, a good episode. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nothing crazy, but I enjoyed it. You guys, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch you guys later.